Oh, is it? You saucy. I'm on the bus on my way to take care of some business. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm trying to put on some music. Damn it. My bad, yo. Oh yeah, I remember what I was singing. I was singing class. Mamaye. Oh, mamaye. The expected for me. Not where I be. Yes, sir. I was into my compa. Just singing away. My way to do this extra ass mission that I wish I didn't have to do. Ow. Yep. You said what? Yeah, it was $2. It's $2 on there. I'm done. Okay. Yeah. to this library. What the fuck was that? These puddles don't be water, y'all. Let y'all know these puddles don't be water. Like I was saying, y'all. I'm going up to this library. Cause these damn folks always want some shit. They always want some shit. Like, I ain't got it. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I'm about to say, hold up. Why I feel like I'm going the wrong way? Yeah. No, I just thought I was going the wrong way. As I said, I can't be because that Johnson said it was up distance. Oh my God. I'm motherfucking tired. Damn, they took all the salt. I do, I think. Yeah, I see it. I'm looking right at it. I'm about to pull up on that joint like, About to pull up on that joint like, Whew. These slanted streets, OMG. I believe it's closed. Come on. Why? Is it? Yeah, I believe that bit closed. Not that I could see, no. That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was looking for. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Let me just make sure that this joint's closed for real and I ain't crazy. Alright, yeah. Alright. No, I just had to make sure that joint was closed for real and that I'm not making assumptions and shit. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. Where the hell? They lock no telephone, fuck. Yo, I made it to the bus. And now I wait. And now I wait. Everything is a waiting game. Let me back up before this bus ream me. He decide he wanna ream me. What bus is this? Huh? What's this? 59? Yeah, it was closed. Oh no, 59. 89. I need the 59, not the 89.
It's the 89, right?
Yeah, 89. Dang, she ain't play no game. My shorty said pull off. Her pull-off game strong. Thank you. So yo, I'm finally about to reach my destination where I have to go and print these things since I had to detour. Like I done detoured twice before I could reach here. I had to go to my kid's grandmama's house to go pick up mail, and now I just popped up at our actual mail spot to see if I could print this paper so I could go and drop these damn things off. Something that was supposed to be one fucking mission ended up turning into like 4. And that's like, bro, I'm starving now. At this rate, I'm gonna have to stop somewhere to get something to eat before I make it back to them and whatnot to eat. So let's go in here and see. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's that Mika sound.
It's the same. They look the same.
Okay, go ahead. No problem.
Eh.
Santiago. ¿Número de ella? 09 709 5834.
I believe so, yep. And then a package. Yeah, I think you charge me for that. Right?
Are you just dropping off with a label?
Ya, por 368, 17 por 2 días y día 10 de 17.
Yes, that's my
¿Este
phone.
cuál es?
2 días.
2 días. Llega entonces
Tape it up.
vuelo. 2 días dura para llegar.
All right. So if you don't need a receipt next time, you can just put it in the
Oh,
box.
okay.
Yeah. Just let us know, hey, yo, that's it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Did we good, honey?
Oh yeah, I'm trying
Here we go.
to
I
stick.
took
Oh,
a
okay.
paper bag out for you, honey.
Thank you.
It's $2.81. Hello? What is the last four of the tracking, honey?
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put this one right here.
So yes, the food test is still and we're gonna try one more.
How much? Huh?
$2.81. All right, honey. We are an access point to UPS. Yes, okay, so the person in the car, like the delivery driver, they are going to mark what is easier for them to mark. So the first one is, option is basically dropping it off here. They are going to mark it like that, but in the system it shows that they are going to try the address, send the receiver's address one more time. And then if they don't make it, then they'll bring it over here. What's your pin? Your pin, your pin. Yes, and then since you told me you are going on a flight, in case if you can't pick up the, yes, the package, you can always, send, basically like somebody, basically an authorized to pick up your package, with a picture of your ID, give us a call and a head start so we can know the name of the person that's picking up. And also like a family
Thank
member,
you.
like a mom or something like that is also able. You're very welcome to have a blessed day.
You too.
You're like a parent, brother, sister, or also able to pick up, okay?
Where the fuck did I say I was going now? I don't even remember. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. I'm about to go to this Walgreens real quick because I gotta go doing this. I'm gonna hit y'all back up when I am, I guess, doing something else, or I don't know. But I'll be back. Oh my god, y'all, I'm finally about to go drop these damn papers off. Well, I done did 3 missions in between trying to go get, I did 3 missions in between trying to print these papers. And now I'm finally about to go drop them off. It's cold as shit. Thank God I came out here by myself. And I didn't bring no kids with me because it probably would have taken even longer to get it done. But yeah, I'm on my way, like I said, to drop these papers off. And then I don't know, what am I doing after that? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm on my way, so. Masudeya, Masudeya. Masudeya, Masudeya. Masudeya, Masudeya. Masudeya, Masudeya. Man, y'all. Masudeya, Masudeya. Masudeya, Masudeya. Masudeya, Masudeya. Masudeya, Masudeya. Somebody explain to me why I got this from a Wawa, a strawberry lemonade. Why is this joint so sweet, or is it just me? This joint dumb sweet for it to be strawberry lemonade, like sweet as hell. Somebody tell me why, or am I getting old? Like what the hell? Somebody help me. Explain to me why I think this thing is too sweet.
Americans you will ever meet. And if there's one place in Iowa where you are guaranteed to be treated, quote, Iowa nice, it's the little town in the southwest corner of the state called Shenandoah. At one time, Shenandoah was considered the seed and nursery capital of the entire world. Yeah. They no longer hold that title, but residents of this town are still surrounded by some of the most beautiful flowers and trees on the planet, along with some of the best tasting fruits and vegetables. And back in 1988, if there was one person in Shenandoah who absolutely embodied the town's spirit of friendliness, hospitality, and pride, it was 39-year-old Cindy Moore. If you were a visitor to Shenandoah back in the late 1980s, Cindy would be one of the first people to run right up to you to introduce herself and offer you directions or recommendations of where to go in her little town. And if you were one of Cindy's friends or neighbors, she would drop anything she was doing to help you. And it didn't matter if it was day or night. Unlike many of the town's 5,500 residents whose family had been living in the town for generations, Cindy and her husband Robert and their son John had moved to Shenandoah later in life. Cindy was born on May 22nd, 1949, in another small Iowa town called Garwin that was located 3.5 hours to the northeast of Shenandoah. There, she and her brother had grown up playing outside and chores. After high school, Cindy went to work at a local restaurant, which is where she met her future husband, Robert. He had grown up in another Iowa town about 30 minutes away from her. Robert was a stocky young man with horn-rimmed glasses and brown hair that he swept back from his receding hairline. And when he met Cindy, he was instantly charmed by the smiling and laughing waitress with thick dark hair and shining eyes. A year after meeting, Cindy and Robert
Everyone thinks she's dead.
Robert got married, and 1 year after that, they welcomed their first and only child, a baby boy named John. Early on in their marriage, Robert enlisted in the U.S. Navy, and so he was gone a lot of the time. As a result, Cindy stepped up and became the anchor of the family, always putting the needs of her husband and her son over her own. She also began working multiple part-time jobs to supplement Robert's military income, which was just not that much. However, she only took jobs that did not interfere with her ability to spend quality time with her son, John. In 1977, after Robert left the military, the Bortons moved to a town in Illinois called Evanston. There, Robert enrolled in a private seminary so that he could fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming an ordained pastor. In 1981, Robert graduated from the seminary, and a year later, he got an offer from a little church in Shenandoah asking him to come be their pastor. Robert and Cindy were thrilled, and so after Robert accepted the offer, the little family packed up their belongings and then made the 8-hour trip west back to their home state of Iowa and into the pretty little town of Shenandoah. Once in Shenandoah, Cindy immediately threw herself into her new role as the pastor's wife. She was naturally outgoing and empathetic, and so she pretty much instantly became a favorite, not just with Robert's congregation, but with the rest of the town as well. Even though Robert had landed his dream job, it was not a high-paying job, and so, like Cindy, he needed to go out and pick up some extra work to make ends meet. Robert would get a part-time job at a car dealership where he washed and cleaned cars, and Cindy, after arriving in Shenandoah, worked as many as 3 part-time jobs, including her main one at a donut shop. But despite how much Cindy and Robert were forced to work every week,
a good breakfast begins with Bob's Red Mill. From the passionate purist to the sweetness savorer to the good health guru, you can have a naturally delicious breakfast made your way with Bob's Red Mill.
They were very happy people. In fact, when most people described Cindy when she was living in Shenandoah, they would talk about her laughter. Because 1, she seemed to always be laughing and smiling, and 2, because her laughter was incredibly infectious, and anyone who heard it couldn't help but laugh themselves. But the Bortons' seemingly perfect life would go off the rails in 1987, 5 years after the Bortons had arrived in Shenandoah. That summer, Robert's church, which had been struggling financially for years, was finally forced to shut their doors, and so Robert's job was gone, and so too was his main source of income. This loss was devastating, both emotionally and financially, for the Borton family. By September of the following year, 1988, Robert had not had any luck finding another pastor gig in town or nearby,
Hey, my phone, he decided to attach a cat video to shit.
Car dealership work and Cindy's various part-time jobs was just not enough, and so the couple began talking about relocating. However, they both loved Shenandoah. It was their home, and John, who was 18 at the time, he was about to start his senior year in high school, and so they really didn't want to pull him out until he was done. And so Cindy and Robert decided that they would just stay in Shenandoah and they would weather the financial storm they were in, and then maybe after John graduated from high school, they would think about moving. But when John's senior year actually began that September, the Bortons' 18-year-old son suddenly developed a serious case of senioritis, meaning he didn't want to go to school. And on the morning of Tuesday, September 6th, just a few days into the new school year, John walked into the family kitchen and announced to his mother that he did not want to go to school ever. Cindy had to argue with John all by herself because Robert had already left that morning for work. But luckily, John eventually just gave up because he knew his mother was not going to budge. She wanted him to go to school. And so, begrudgingly, John ate his breakfast, he gathered up his backpack, and he followed his mother out to her car that was parked in the driveway.
That gives you straight. Go, take your bus
Cindy
to
reminded her
school.
son that she'd be working at the donut shop that afternoon, and so he'd have to walk home. When they arrived at
You don't want to go to
High
school.
A few minutes later, John, who was still very annoyed with his mother for forcing him to go to school that day, he got out and he slammed the car door before mumbling a barely audible goodbye to his mother. As Cindy drove the short distance back to their house, she tried to tell herself that, John's behavior was just typical teenage behavior, and once the school year really got going, John's attitude would surely improve. Still, it was something she intended to talk to Robert about when he came home that afternoon for his lunch break. Once Cindy was back at their home, she parked the car in the driveway and walked through the back door and down the short hallway into the kitchen. After cleaning up the breakfast dishes, she caught up on a few household chores and made sure that the clothes she planned to wear to work that afternoon were clean and ready to go. Then she glanced at her watch and headed back into the kitchen to heat up some spaghetti sauce and pasta for lunch with Robert. Right at 12 p.m. that afternoon, just a half-mile away, Robert would tell his boss that he was headed home for his 1-hour-long lunch break. A few minutes later, Robert pulled his pickup truck into the driveway of his modest little house, he turned off the engine, and he walked up the steps to the front door. As he stepped into their small living room, he called out to let Cindy know that he was home. After she called back to him from the kitchen, Robert went to the first floor bathroom to wash up before he too headed into the kitchen to join his wife. As Cindy served him a hot plate of spaghetti, Robert listened as Cindy told him about how John had not wanted to go to school that morning and how upset he was when she dropped him off. And Robert would agree with his wife that, this did seem like typical teenage behavior, and that, probably as the school year wore on, his attitude would change. The pair would chat about John's behavior for the bulk of their meal, and then at about 12:45, Robert put his dishes in the sink, he thanked Cindy for his lunch, and then he told her he'd see her that afternoon after she got home from her shift at the donut shop. A few minutes after Robert had left the house to return to work, Cindy was already washing the lunch dishes when she heard a knock on the back door. She glanced at her watch and wondered who would be visiting her in the middle of the day. A little over an hour later, at around 2 p.m., Robert received a call at the car dealership where he worked. When his boss handed him the phone, Robert heard the voice of Cindy's coworker at the donut shop. Sue Rogers told him that Cindy had not shown up for work, which was unlike her since she usually arrived for her shift early. Sue had tried calling
who was knocking at the door?
No one had picked up. Robert told Sue that, maybe Cindy had taken a nap after lunch and she's just overslept. An hour later, at 3 p.m., Robert got another call from the donut shop. This time, Sue sounded worried. Cindy still had not shown up for work, and
can you stop playing with that
coworker who
flashlight?
went by the Morton house had stopped at the back door to call out for Cindy, but didn't get an answer. And
Bruh.
they noticed that the door
So
was
you think
open,
the shine is not
but his
shining anywhere
coworker
else?
didn't want to go
No,
inside
because I'm
without
shining
being
it down
invited.
on me.
No. Just because you
Robert
shine doesn't mean
Cindy
it doesn't
did not
light
pick
a
the
light
phone.
still
He
lights
asked
up
his
the room.
boss if he could leave work to go check on his wife. Just after 3:30 p.m., Robert pulled up to his house.
I still see it.
The first thing he noticed was that Cindy's car was still in the driveway. After
Yes,
parking
it
his
is.
truck just behind her car, Robert walked up to the front door and let himself in, calling out his wife's name. as
Crazy
soon as he
kid.
stepped inside. When there was no answer, Robert began walking from the living room where he came in at the front of the house toward the back of the house where the kitchen was. As he walked, he kept yelling out for Cindy, but it was
Cindy!
silent. When Robert finally reached the kitchen and got a view of the kitchen, he came to a complete and sudden stop. Backing slowly away, Robert reached for a nearby phone on the wall and he called 911. When they picked up, he would tell police to come to his house right away.
Who is it? You saucy.